Hi, my name is Jalen, and I'm researching a flower called Oenothera organensis. And for this project, we are looking at the New Mexico population and the greenhouse population. Before I actually get started on my research, I want to give you a little bit of background on the flower itself. This flower is endemic to the Organ Mountains of New Mexico, which means that it's only found in that mountain range in New Mexico. It is also self-incompatible, which means that it can only accept pollen from another flower and it cannot pollinate itself. My actual research is looking at if that hand pollination within the ex-situ conservation is changing the way that the flower behaves in terms of its morphology, its phenology, and self-incompatibility. Here we are measuring the corolla width, which can have an impact on the way that the hawk moth sees the flower. The second measurement that we used a caliper for was the filament. The importance of the filament is it holds up the anther, which distributes pollen onto the hawk moth when it goes to get its nectar. I used a ruler to get the tube length for each population, which is referring to the greenhouse and the New Mexico population. And with the tube, we're trying to see the differences between both populations. The style serves as a gateway between the stigma, which is above it, and the ovary, which is below it. The style is responsible for the transfer of pollen down into the ovary. I used a microcapillary tube to get the nectar out of the flower. And also, with the microcapillary tube, I used a ruler to compare the differences between the greenhouse population and the New Mexico population. I used a refractometer to get the amount of sugar that is found within the nectar, and holding it up to the light allows for you to read it more easily. Our results are quite interesting. The New Mexico population flowered 10 days before the greenhouse population, and we saw that there were differing nectar concentrations between the two populations. In the New Mexico population, there was more nectar, and in the greenhouse population, there was less nectar.